Hello future CAs, welcome back to my channel where I guide you on your CA journey to success. In today's video, we are diving deep into the CA final financial reporting and discussing some of the common mistakes students have made in the past exams as revealed in the Success at CA exams BOS Series 1. Whether you are aiming for a high score or just trying to avoid unnecessary pitfalls, this video will help you understand where students tend to go wrong and how you can avoid these mistakes in your preparations. So stay tuned and take notes. If you are new to my channel, I request you to subscribe and hit the bell icon below so that you can get notified whenever I post new videos. First, we will see the common mistakes committed by students in theoretical portion. The first mistake is lack of comprehensive study. Many students tend to focus on selective topics, often using past 5-6 years exam papers as their main guide. This approach hampers their understanding and negatively impacts their exam performance. A thorough study covering the entire syllabus is often overlooked by the majority. The second mistake is lack of focus in theoretical sections. In practical subjects, students tend to skip or ignore the theoretical aspects of the topics. As a result, theory questions are often left unanswered or underprepared. Hence, it is important to study all the chapters. The third mistake is lack of conceptual clarity. Students often fail to focus on key legal provisions and case laws, limiting their understanding of practical implications. Additionally, terms and definitions used in the law are often ignored, leading to confusion when such terms appear in exam questions. The fourth common mistake is ignorance of bare acts. Many students avoid reading bare acts, which is essential for a solid understanding of legal provisions and statutes. This lack of familiarity imparts the quality of their answers in exams. The fifth mistake is lack of preparation of brief notes. The habit of preparing concise notes to review main concepts is often neglected. These brief notes can serve as a helpful revision tool during exams, improving retention and clarity. Now we will see the common mistakes committed by students in the practical portion of the paper. The first common mistake is lack of written practice. Numerical and practical questions require thorough written practice rather than relying on oral or mental solutions. Many students solve problems without physically writing them down. Written practice is crucial for improving analytical skills, time management, and ensuring a deep understanding of each topic. The second common mistake is lack of complete knowledge of formats. In financial reporting, formats play an important role in the presentation of financial statements. It is observed that students solve the questions correctly but do not prepare their financial statements in the applicable formats. The third common mistake is improper understanding of questions. In theory questions or in IND-AS based questions, students do not read the requirement of the questions properly and present vague answers without sufficient explanation and reasoning. For example, if a question requires to explain the treatment of a transaction, the student calculate the amount and end the answer without substantiating the same with relevant provisions of the IND-AS and presentation in the financial statements. Though they calculate the figure correctly, they still score less or no marks for this, as they have not explained the treatment of the transaction. The fourth common mistake is improper time allocation for questions. Students give irrelevant details even for small questions, thereby spending unnecessary time on the question, which is not required. It is advised that students should restrict their answers according to the marks allotted to that question. The fifth common mistake is wrong mentioning of question numbers. It is observed that students often attempt different parts of questions in random order and do not write the correct question numbers or subparts. This results in confusion during evaluation and may lead to loss of marks, even if the answer is correct. For example, if you are answering fourth question and it has three subparts, that is A, B, and C, all the three parts, that is A, B, and C, has to be answered at one place itself. The sixth common mistake is improper presentation of working notes. Working notes are an integral part of a solution as they help in substantiating calculations and carry marks. However, students often calculate directly in their answer sheets without including necessary working notes, which can lead to marks being deducted. The seventh common mistake is calculation mistakes. Although students may apply the right concepts, errors in calculation frequently lead to incorrect result, costing them valuable marks. The eighth common mistake is copying of wrong figures. Students sometimes arrive at the correct calculation but make mistakes when copying those figures into their final answers, leading to loss of marks despite understanding the problem. The ninth common mistake is carry forward mistakes. One of the common errors committed by students is the incorrect carry forward of amounts from one page to another. This leads to errors in all subsequent calculations where that amount is used, resulting in loss of marks. The 10th common mistake is no discussion on assumptions or assumptions are not mentioned properly. Many problems require assumptions as they are integral to arriving at the correct solution. If the student does not mention the assumption made or if they are unclear, it can lead to confusion during evaluation and result in lost marks. The 11th common mistake noticed is incorrect mentioning of relevant Ind AS. Students sometimes mention the wrong index name or number in their solutions. This mistake can occur even if they apply the correct principle, but incorrectly label the standard. Incorrect citing Ind AS may lead to deduction of marks. That wraps up today's session on the financial reporting mistakes that have caused students to lose marks in the past exams. By learning from these errors, you can enhance your preparation and make sure you are on track for success. If you found this video informative and helpful, don't forget to like and share the video. And also subscribe to my channel for more insights and tips for your CA final exams. All the best for your exams and I will see you all in the next video.